Hey guys, this is Mike Davies, or you may know me as Fizz, and I'm here with Jeremy Jallin.
Jeremy Jalen.
Yeah, and this is the first game that we've received from the On the Bubble Open Challenge
The
tournament.
O cubed.
Yeah, the O cubed. I like it. So, it's against who are we against?
David Reis versus Myles
O'Neal.
O'Neal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So David Reis is playing Klinklang, and Miles over there on the other side is playing Plasma with it seems pretty standard from. I just kind of scrubbed through the video.
Yeah. It's definitely like the basic TDK list, I
Yeah,
would say. And David's Klinklang is playing Darkrai and 2 Keldeo, which is a lot different than the regular like Plasma Clangs that are out there.
yeah. Like I didn't know that was still a thing, so it was kind of interesting to like go, oh shit, Darkrai.
Well, it basically just makes it so you have like a matchup against Gothitelle,
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
because otherwise you just auto lose.
Definitely, yeah. Because you can just, rush in retreat with Darkrai's ability and Keldeo. It's pretty
Yeah.
solid.
So we see David has double Rare Candy, double Klinklang opening to
Yeah, that's
attach his
so awesome
passes.
that like turn two he's gonna have both Klinklings up, but like, will it matter though? Because I mean, Miles over there has a pretty decent start there.
Yeah, he has the turn 1 Frost Spear if he gets a Chorus off this Chorus machine, off the
Yeah, off the
Skyla.
Skyla, yeah. And I don't see why you wouldn't, unless he already has one in hand.
Well, I don't know, maybe get a supporter if you don't have one, but yeah.
Yeah,
Turn 1 40-30 is just too strong, especially against Klinklang where you need to actually set up 3 turns before you can like do damage.
yeah, it's kind of too strong to pass up, really. Even if he didn't have a supporter in hand, I would just see myself going for it on the off chance like my opponent doesn't have double Klinklang turn two.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, he does grab a Chorus machine here, and he's definitely going to go for that turn one Frostbear.
Now, in a perfect world, he'd get 2 more Deoxys and just knock out the Klink with
Yeah,
energy. If I was David, I would have put the energy on the bench Klink just to be safe.
yeah, um, definitely because that would save you just in case, or like if he had Verbank Laser or what have you too.
Yeah.
There's a ton of ways he could hit 60.
So he drew the Clang, which was kind of sad because he's down a Clang and 2 rare candies now.
Yeah, but he does get the double Clean Clang up, Ultra Ball and Energy, and
It sucks he can't get away to retreat though because the 60 from Cobalion could have slowed down the Kyurem right away.
oh definitely like just to be able to get and to discard that energy too, and it would really put him back a turn. He would only be able to Frost Spear again, but in this case, he's a little bit unfortunate. Didn't get any way to get out of there.
No,
Let's
I
see.
would probably discard the like shift gear and the catcher, I would say.
Yeah, definitely, because you're going to need that Skyla next turn just in case you don't draw into anything good.
Or just the rare candy, yeah.
Yeah,
But then you down 3 rare candies and the Clang
yeah, right off the bat.
against like Plasma, which actually is able to take out Klinklangs too.
Yeah, fairly easily also. So he's got to think about it here. It looks like he's really thinking about getting rid of that Prism and the Shift Gear.
I don't know. I would have liked to keep the Prism just because energy attachments are so important in this deck.
Definitely.
And
Um,
if you had that Prism, you're able to attack next turn for any of your attackers,
yeah,
basically.
exactly. But it looks
So
like
now
he's going to go for Keldeo and try to stall out a turn.
now he's stuck with just the 1 energy though, which will hurt
Yeah.
later on. Especially since in this deck he doesn't play Floatstone, I think, so he just plays the Darkrai as the free retreat. So you're
Okay,
only
yeah.
left with 3 Prisms to retreat now.
Wow. Does he play? Does he play any Switch? Do you know?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, this is he's in quite a predicament. Stuck in the active. He's gonna miss an energy drop. And there's not really a way out right now.
like judging from his hand, his only play next turn is to Skylar for
a
Beach.
supporter. Yeah, there you go. Skylar for Beach would be even better.
Yeah, we actually have those now.
Yeah, that's right. I always forget that exists on TCGO. Thank God. As they rotate like the one out, like thank God it was reprinted.
Yeah.
So Myles on the other side is going to get a float stone on his Deoxys, rendering that catcher pretty useless.
Deoxys?
Yeah.
Deoxys.
Yeah, Deoxys.
Deoxys?
Deoxys? Deoxys.
Is Deoxys plural for Deoxys?
I think Deoxy would be plural.
Well, he's about to get 2 Deoxy out in play.
He's got 2 Deoxy out on the field. And
it's
yeah,
basically just racking up damage against him. Like,
yeah,
everything's now going to be able to be one like shot by anything after his attack this turn.
Oh, definitely. He's going to be able to retreat in the the Kyurem, and
although if he gets the Verbank, he could one hit the Keldeo, which would be huge.
That would be
like Verbank energy, I think.
Well, that would be dirty. Well, he could also do it. Well, no, never mind. I was off by 1. If he gets another Deoxys out, he only hits for 150 plus the 1 turn for poison.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he could bank on that Keldeo not being able to retreat, and even if it can, it will be nice fodder for Frostbeard.
Yeah, definitely. Just like being able to do that 30 later on in the game.
Yeah.
For 2 free prizes.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's a luxury that I always like to have.
Yeah. And that's the one thing about like this version of Klinklang though. It plays 3 or 4 non-metal Pokemon, so even if it's like not a Kyurem but like a Darkrai, they're able to snipe it later on.
Yeah. It's something you really got to be careful about in that deck. But it looks like he doesn't have the 3rd energy, and he's just gonna go for the Frost Spear.
What would you do the 32? Which Klinklang?
I'd probably take out the Shift Gear at this point. Honestly, just because it looks like he's gonna stick on with like the Kyurem. He doesn't have a Cobalion out, and if I can take out his Shift Gear and just kind of, I assume he runs Max Potion, and to like kind of take that play away from him, I think is pretty big.
Yeah, so what David did was he attached energy, drew Skylar for the Beach like we thought. I would have moved the energy to Klinklang just because I think this Keldeo is getting knocked out this turn.
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, he's already up to, I mean, I can't tell for sure, but it looks like...
I'm pretty sure it's 70.
Yeah, 70 because he just got attacked once and then the poison.
Yeah. Or 80.
Oh, it should be 80 now, yeah. Back to him.
But ending to try to get that water, pretty sure he's going to hit it. And then he's just going to be down energies, and it's not looking good for Mr. Reis.
Not at all. I mean, Myles is fully in control here. And kind of an insult to injury, David gets the 2 max potions, and if he had moved the energy around, he could have saved that energy and had, stuff that's not going to die.
Yeah, if he did move the energy, he would have been able to attack with the Plasma Klinkling this turn, which would one-hit the Kyurem and put David in the driving position then.
Yeah, I mean, because what are you going to do with no energy on the field and 3 Deoxys? It's kind of rough. Against something that also
kind of see that as a big misplay, too.
Yeah. He has a pretty solid turn. Keldeo Darkrai out this turn.
But the thing is, he has no attackers on the board.
Yeah, he can't really do much. What do you computer search here for?
Energy, I would say.
It looks like he's going to grab a catcher and try to stall out a couple more turns.
I still think that's a bad play because Myles has played 2 supporters, has a 7-card hand now, and...
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know.
yeah, it's looking pretty rough here.
I'm definitely gonna go yell at David after this game, just because all these misplays I'm seeing.
Poor guy. Shucks.
Alright, so
Miles
we
is
see
gonna,
another N.
yeah, he's gonna play down that N.
So at least he didn't have the floatstone or switch.
Yeah, but he
He did
does
catch
have
the
a
Deoxys,
yeah,
yeah.
he does have a prism on the Deoxys, so he could conceivably do 30, I guess.
So you see a first ticket in David's hand, which is kind of like one of my teammates' things to play in every deck he plays because he loves first ticket. And I don't know.
I mean, how can you not love first ticket? I mean, a little part of you loves first ticket, admit it.
Kind of.
Yeah. It's just because like the potential the card has. Like it's really good to just like go auto first. Just be
It
like,
is a
yeah,
lot
suck it,
better
I'm going
if-
first, dude.
I mean, I do like it in Stage 2 decks just because you need to go first in some matchups.
Yeah, but it's kind of like it's rough because how the fuck do you fit it in anywhere? I mean, because you're already running like not really an abnormal amount usually, but I mean like decks these days run like 12 Pokemon. You're running definitely more than that in a Stage 2 deck, and you have to run rare candies and like extra cards, and then you got to fit first ticket in too.
Yeah. So basically, David got a free turn to basically attach an energy and pass.
Yeah, and there's a switch, so that's gonna hurt. That's a switch for a long time. There we go. Switch into a chorus for 10. At that point, I'm just kind of like, okay, that's game.
Yeah, there's that, and David has the remaining 4 prizes Mile needs on his board with Keldeo and Darkrai. If,
Yeah,
like, he
that's
needs
true.
to attack with the X's.
Yeah,
But
and,
right now, I don't think this Kyurem's dying for a while.
yeah, he doesn't. And there's an attachment there on the Absol, and it looks like he's probably gonna chorus machine to it too. So
Oh
I
god,
mean,
that Absol's beefy.
yeah, it's really gonna be hard to not hard, impossible to come back from this.
Its
I
base
mean,
damage is 150 right now.
yeah, fuck.
Benching those Klinks were in a good option then.
No, not really.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
kind
they're-
of need Cobalion against this matchup. Like, the regular Cobalion with Energy Press, one hits a Kyurem, and
Yeah.
Iron Breaker is just really good against, like, anything, really.
Yeah, Iron Breaker's always a solid choice.
So basically, like, if Miles has a catcher, which he just played, he could take out the shift gear. His energy would be spread out all over.
Yeah,
And he won't be able to actually do anything for the next few turns.
which is exactly what he did there. I mean,
I'm just too good. Like,
yeah, clearly. I mean, David here, if you got a rare candy, he could Ultra Ball back for the shift gear again, unless he got rid of it earlier, then I don't remember. Yeah, he did. But he's going to get a Cobalion EX and try and save the matchup for himself. I just don't see it happening. But he's going to end Miles down 3 cards, which could help a little bit, and take that Cobalion into battle. I mean, shoot. See, he's got a 4-card hand and like a 6-card deck and a bunch of stuff that's really just not going to help.
the thing that really is lacking out of David's Klinklang deck, though, is he does not play like a single copy of Laser, so he can't 2-hit the Kyurem with
Yeah.
Righteous Edge.
Right.
So he's gonna have to either 3-hit it or like catcher around it and then catcher it back and hit it with 100. So it's gonna be really detrimental to like what he wants to do.
Definitely. Well, there's a chorus for 10 and a laser. One.
I'm guessing he would have the Vermbank right now.
Yeah. I mean,
Although
he
most
should.
plasma lists play 1 now.
Yeah.
So
I was
chance to whiff it.
yeah. Well, there it is.
Or he has it.
So he's gonna probably retreat into Absol since he did something else. Didn't he? He did the other.
He got
attack.
rid of his energy.
Yeah, and he got rid of his energy. So he's gonna go back into Absol and take the game. Or no, not take the game. He's got 3 prizes left.
But he's losing an attacker.
Yeah.
He doesn't have shift gear left.
He's using pretty
energy
much the only
spread out.
attacker he could use. Yeah.
I just keep going back to thinking if he would have moved the energy to the Klinklang and killed the Kirim, like
it could have been a good matchup. Like,
yeah,
we could have been seeing a pretty decent game. But
really this end of one doesn't really slow Myles down because he has everything he wants on the board.
yeah, he's still gonna be hitting for 150. Oh, there's the GG. So there you have it. That's the well, and he decked himself out. Fabulous.
Oh.
So no matter what he loses, that will be the end of game one between David Reis and Myles O'Neil. You guys should definitely stay tuned for their second game, and maybe their third if they have one.
Maybe.
Yeah, you never know.
Hopefully we don't see some more misplays.
Yeah.
Shots
Spoilers.
fired.
I don't think we do. So, this, Mike or Fizz saying for Jeremy Jalen and myself, see you next time.
See you guys.
Alright, game two between David Reis and Myles Mice O'Neil. That's a nickname I gave him in the last, we actually narrated this, but I was dumb and I didn't have my audio recorder going.
Yeah, his nickname's Mice now.
Yeah, I misspoke and called him Mice O'Neil.
I need to find a nickname for myself.
Yeah.
My last nickname was Fucko.
Shit. I have a friend's nickname who is Fuckhead. And he totally embraced it too. He got like a bracelet that said Fuckhead on it. He was like so stoked to have a nickname.
Alright, so we see David starting with a lone Klink, which is always not good.
Yeah, that's that'll give you a mini heart attack, if not a full-on one. And on the other side, Myles gonna start with a Thunderous, which is definitely scary, because you need much less with a Thunderous to donk a Klink than you do with a Kirim. So, I mean, if he gets an energy 3 Deoxys, energy 2 Deoxys and a laser, or an energy and a Verbank laser, that's game already.
Yeah. Funny story, I almost got donked by a Fearsome Shadow Absol at Nats.
Fearsome. I don't even know what that does.
It's the second attack on Absol. For 3, it does 60.
Holy crap. I forgot it had a second attack. Like, I knew it had one, but I just remember looking at it and going, ugh.
Yeah, so we see the energy, so he has 1/4 of the donk.
Yeah, he's so close. There's the laser. If he gets a Verbank out or a couple Deoxys, that's game.
And that would...
Insult to injury is going to flip heads.
Yeah. It's always the worst when they flip heads.
Yeah, you're like, oh, well, okay.
God, one thing I hate is when, they have the kill when they play the laser, but they flip anyway. I mean, I know it's a game effect and you have to do it, but it just pisses me off because I'm dying anyway, but you'll be a split too? Okay.
No, I want that thing to die, but I want it to die in its sleep. I want it to go easy. I flip the coin, but like I do it with like a look on my face, like I'm just flipping because I have to. Like, I just like grab it and I go like, oh, who cares? So yeah, it doesn't look like he's gonna get it. I mean, he Ultra Balls for Deoxys. One would assume.
He has no supporter.
Yeah. He's there's no supporter in hand. I mean, if there was, you would think something would have already happened. Wait, it's just he already attacked. It's just taking a really long time to go back to
No, he had to get the energy.
Oh, that's right.
So if I was David, I would Skyla for the Ultra Ball to Keldeo to like save the Klink.
But David doesn't do that. He goes YOLO style, max potion, has 1,000 energy in his hand, and plays a beach down. But yeah, Skyla for a Pokemon, almost any Pokemon would have done way better than that.
Yeah, for sure. Because now all Miles needs is a switch, and he just wins.
Yeah, switch, floatstone, you know.
Another energy to retreat,
Another energy, yeah. There's like so many outs, like.
and he has a switch.
Yeah, there's a switch, and he's gonna go into Thunderous and just take the game on turn 2. So congratulations to Mice O'Neil, aka Miles. He's the first person to advance to round 2,
Of the O
and
cubed.
yeah, to the O Cubed Invitational Tournament for cool guys who are awesome. I think I think that should be the new name of it.
The O cubed invitational tournament for guys that are awesome.
Yeah,
I'm done with it.
it's nailed it. All right, so thank you guys for watching, and I hope you tune in next time for the next best of 3 series that we have.
David's consolation prize will be a Klink mailed to him.
Yeah, like a postcard. I'm just gonna slap a stamp on it. And yeah, so we'll see you guys next time. This is Fizz. Thank you guys. That's Jeremy.
What's up?
Okay, bye.
See you guys.